Hey kids, what's going on today? For the 8 of you that know what song that is, we chased perfection for a few weeks. We missed it by one week after week, and last week we got it. That was real nice. We were 4-0, up 5.32 units. On the year, we are 56 and 31, and we are up 34.71 units. So I hope you've been tailing. One quick correction I want to make about last week. I said that I had announced Buffalo -3 on my Twitter. My buddy BMac reached out to me and said, no, you gave it at 4.5. So I did give it at 4.5. Didn't matter. They covered everything. I had a Buffalo -6.5 and a Buffalo -9.5 as well that both hit. I wasn't giving those out because those were my I think they're going to crush them, but I don't want to be that guy. So anywho, yeah, what a phenomenal week. We swept the board. Even Roethlisberger got there. It looked dicey after the first half, and he ended up with 44 because, like I said, they're going to be trailing, and that's these those tiny little passes because he doesn't have a good, accurate long arm anymore. So, hey, anywho, before any further ado, let's get into tomorrow and this weekend. So I have 3 plays and I have 3 sides and a teaser that I'm looking at. The first one is tomorrow, Tennessee -3.5. I jumped all over at -3 when it opened, and I should have put it on my Twitter. I don't know why. I thought the public would be on Cincy enough to move it, maybe. I didn't know if it'd move off the hook, but I thought maybe we get better juice. But I was wrong because it almost immediately moved to 3.5. I still like it at 3.5. You can get it right now -105 at 5 times. If you really want it, there's a couple of books that have it heavily juiced. I've seen it at 120 and 122 at -3. I just think that's a pretty hefty price to pay. I just think Tennessee is in pretty good shape now. They've got everybody back. Henry's been activated. I love the Bengals story. Super happy for them. I got a couple of buddies that are big Bengals fans, and I'm very happy for them to get to see that win. Joe Burrow looks like just incredible. All of that said, I think that the dream ends here. I think that Tennessee is going to be able to throw the ball. The Bengals' pass defense is not spectacular. And the thing is, the Bengals' run defense is stronger, but if Derrick Henry's even at 60%, that's better than most guys at 100%. And I think Henry's going to be able to do some damage. Cincy, I think, is still going to be able to score because I'm not super enamored by Tennessee's defense. And they were bad last year, and this year they've been obviously considerably better. But their DVOA numbers are not spectacular. But I just think this is a short number. I think that Tennessee's probably going to win this by a touchdown. And I think that, Bengals, I feel like the Bengals are playing with house money now, and I think they kind of know it. It's not that they're happy to be there, but they're kind of happy to be there. Burrow doesn't know what it's like to lose in the playoffs a bunch of years in a row and things like that. And, I think you got to lose a little bit before you win, and I think that this is the week they're going to lose. And I think they're probably going to lose by at least a touchdown. So I'm on Tennessee -3.5 for a unit. That's available -105 at 5 times. Probably my favorite play is Buffalo. I'm on the Buffalo money line. I got it at +115 at 5 times, only for a unit. Just because, we saw what Kansas City did to them last year. But, Buffalo basically built their defense, constructed their defense this year to try to beat the Chiefs. I don't think they're going to have Matt Milano on one-on-one coverage on Kelsey this year because we saw what happened last year. And they're good at, adapting and things like that. But the Buffalo offense just seems like it is a well-oiled machine. The Kansas City defense, everybody thinks it had a renaissance the second half of the year. But that was more due to the offense changing its stripes and being willing to, do those long drives where, that take up 8 minutes. So the defense wasn't on the field the whole time. So, but Buffalo's offense is just a different beast. It's definitely going on all cylinders. I hate to say it because I hate the Bills, and I do have some Bills futures because I bet with my head, not my heart, but I'm not, it's a stinky one for me if I win them. But yeah, so I got the Bills money line +115 5 times for a unit. My last side is I like the Rams +3. You can currently get that -115 at Unibet. It's down to 2.5 at a lot of places. I would pay the extra 10 cents to get the 3 on this one. I think that, I think they're going to win. I think with the injuries to Jensen and Wirfs, even if they play, because they're both listed as questionable, if they don't play, Aaron Donald's just going to destroy that line. And on top of that, he's going to create so much room and opportunity for Von Miller that they're really going to be able to just mess with him. Ramsey should be able to do a decent job shutting down Mike Evans, or enough of a job shutting down Mike Evans. Without having enough weapons aside from that, I really think that they're going to be able to get to Brady quick. I do expect Brady to run a lot of no huddle in order to try to remedy that. But honestly, like if Jensen's out, Aaron Donald's going to be able to go right up the middle. And if Wirfs is out, I read today that I can't remember his name, but their swing tackle is also out. So if Wirfs and the swing tackle are out, or if Wirfs isn't 100%, I think they're going to be in trouble for the exact reasons that they won last year, the exact reasons that they beat Green Bay, and the exact reason that they beat Kansas City. I think is the reason they're going to lose this one, because offensive lines really matter. They matter so much. Bill Belichick gave everybody this blueprint 20 years ago, and still most of the teams in the league don't listen, but they really matter. So like I said, I think the Rams are probably going to win because of that. Stafford, is going to be throwing into a weaker secondary. Less likely he's going to have those awkward picks, but he still could, right? And so, it could be one of those things where they're ahead and he throws a bad pick, and, the Bucks come by and end up winning the game by 1 or 2 or something like that. So having the +3 is beneficial, or they could end up kicking a field goal to win the game at the end of the game, and then having the +3 gives you a push still, so and you don't lose. So I do like the buying the +3 there at Unibet. That's for a unit as well. And lastly, the teaser. It's going to be a 6-point teaser this week, just because in the value you lose by doing 7, it wasn't worth it because of where the numbers are going to go. They're not going through more key numbers. So I use Buffalo +8 for the reasons I stated above. I think Buffalo's going to win, so give me +8. If in the very least, they're going to be able to hang with Kansas City. I'm moving the Rams to +8.5, simply because I'm not doing the teaser at Unibet. So I'm being honest about it and saying I got it at 2.5. I'm moving it to 8.5, and I'm moving the Packers from -5.5 to +0.5 point. I don't really see a way that San Francisco can win this. I really am more interested in knowing what's going on with Bosa and Warner. From what I understand, I think they're both going to play. I'm really interested to know how healthy Warner is going to be, because I think if Warner is out or if he's inefficient, I think they're just going to be able to boat race him. So, from my understanding, Bakhtiari's listed as questionable, but everybody's expecting him to go. I'm wondering if it's a little bit of gamesmanship and things like that. And maybe it's gamesmanship with Bosa and Warner as well, but we saw them both hurt last week. Bakhtiari actually played last week, sparingly, but he wasn't hurt. So yeah, moving Green Bay to +0.5, and that's a 2-unit play. So to recap, we've got Buffalo moneyline +115 at 5 dimes for a unit. Tennessee -3.5, -105 at 5 dimes for a unit. Rams +3, -115 at Unibet for a unit. And a 6-point teaser for 2 units. That is Buffalo +8, Rams +8.5, and Green Bay +0.5. As usual, guys, remember to be safe, remember to be smart. Don't wager with money you can't afford to lose. Reach out to somebody if you're struggling with that kind of stuff and you can't control yourself. And always avoid Barstool, because they're just the slimiest bunch of scumbags on the planet. Yeah, guys, otherwise, I hope you all run good. I hope we all make a lot of money this weekend, like we did like we've done we've had a few really good weekends in a row. We were having a good year. Now we're having a great year. So let's laugh it up. Let's make some more money this weekend, and take care of yourselves. Be well.